Well, good morning, everyone. I'm sitting here because I want to talk to you for a couple of minutes. I know you're all saying, oh, good, keep her talking, but everyone has been thanking me. But what I'd like to do is take a moment to thank you. Thank you for inviting me into your home every week. Thank you for the coffee, the extra one, Angie. Um, No, seriously, thank you for your feedback, whether it's negative, positive, hard, easy. Um, Thank you for coming together in this time that we need each other more than ever, um, to follow me in yoga, to stretch, to feel good in this awful time. But it's getting better. Every week gets a little better. Yes, there are more cases, but they're testing more, and like I keep saying, this too shall pass. We'll get through it, and we'll get through it by the grace of you. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining in on yoga and positive outlook, because we all need each other. And I can't do it without you. I know the room is empty, but I feel you here. And I just wanted to take that time to say thank you. And I look forward to coming here. Although the room is empty, like I said, I feel like it's full. You're here. For some God-known reason, I found a little sense of insanity, and I put Helen. You see, the room is a little different. You know how I get bored, Tom, and I rearrange the chairs, or you do it for me, you and Ray. Um, but I put Helen and Tracy together back there. I don't know why I did that, but just to add a little humor. All right, so I'm going to give Joanne her chair back. And we're going to get started. So we're going to start an easy seated like we always do. Remember, I asked you to have handy either a broomstick or a broom or your cane. I do have my cane. Or something that you can hold on to and lift up, not a weight. You don't have to use anything. You can just use your arms and your imagination. When we're using the cane, most of us have a little ball on the end of it. So when I ask you to put your cane down, of course, put the handle down. And don't lean on it too much because it's going to, undo. But it's going to be fun. I'm going to try some music today. I'm going to put it very soft and see how it works. I'm going to move the speaker over a little bit. I'll move it up there. Just to see how it works, and if it needs to be louder next week or softer, we'll arrange it. But I'm sure you can hear me because the mic is right there. And it's working. So come to easy seated. If you're sighted, close your eyes or soften the gaze. You can either cross your legs or extend them, palms up or down. Back nice and straight. If you're sitting in the chair, back against the chair. If you're on the mat, imagine an imaginary wall and just lean back on it, soaking up the sun, and just breathe. When we breathe in all that nasty stuff that's in the air. And when we breathe out, we get rid of it all. No need to take big, deep breaths. Just breathe in through your nose and blow it out your mouth. And then bring your palms together to your heart center. And inhale your head up. And exhale your head down. And think about the week. And the weekend ahead. And always remember, thank everyone. I'm going to say it every week. The grocery workers, the first responders, the nurses, the doctors, everybody that is on the front lines helping through this crisis. Thank you. And rise up. And we're going to put the music on. I think you can go a little louder. Okay. So if you're sitting in the chair or sitting on the mat, grab your pole or whatever you have in front of you and have it shoulder width apart, your hands, and inhale your arms up and exhale over to the right and placing the pole gently down, getting a nice stretch in the left. And then come to center. And then over to the left, so you're on the ball, so make sure you don't slide it. So put no pressure, just lean. And then come up. And then come forward a little bit. Now this is our first forward bend. So make it nice and gentle. And then come a little further and stay right here if that's your forward bend. Or if you're flexible this morning, place the pole to the floor and forehead to the mat or floor. And then very slowly rise back up and push your hips forward and come into a back bend. And then come up and then slowly float your arms down. Place the pole on the floor. I'm going to say pole because I'm not going to say pole broom. And then hold on to the pole. So when I say shoulder width apart your hands, feel your shoulders and run your hands down, and then you feel that you're in line with your shoulders. So if your arms are out, you can feel your arms angling out. So bring them in so they should feel nice and straight. And inhale your arms up. And we're going to twirl whatever we're holding. Don't drop it on your head. And then reverse. So hand over hand. Feel like majorettes, guys, I'm sorry. And then come to center. And then twirl again. So this is really helping your shoulders. You're rotating your shoulders very gently though. And you're working your arm muscles and coordinating hand over hand. And then reverse. And then come to center and float your arms in front and place the pole down and just breathe. And now we're going to come to standing. So first you place your feet on the mat or the floor. Grab your pole while you're down there and slowly rise up. Anytime you're sitting, whether in a chair or on the floor, Never get up right away because that's when you get really dizzy. So we're going to do a series of yogas. We are in yoga, Doreen. Hello. We're going to do a series. I know, I said the wrong word. It's not like I did the wrong side yet. Okay, we're going to do a series of warriors. So we're going to turn to the short edge of the mat. So for those that are not sighted, or if you have trouble seeing the mat, you can either feel it with your hands and you feel that it's short compared to the long edge, or you can feel it with your foot. So you're facing straight ahead with the short edge of the mat. And we're going to step the right foot forward and the left foot back. So you can stay on the edge of the mat so you can feel your feet on the edge. So the left ankle is on the edge of the mat, and you're going to turn that left foot in a little bit. The right foot is facing the short edge of the mat, and it's on the edge so you can feel it. And then bend into that right knee. And then inhale your arms up to the ceiling, holding that pole again, shoulder width apart. Your hands to warrior one. Now keep your feet where they are. Turn your body to the front. Slide your hands to the long edge of the pole. Bring it down to your chest. Dig into that right knee and turn your head to the right. This is warrior two. And then straighten that right knee a little bit. Bring your hands together, not together, but shoulder length. And then turn to the short edge. Left foot back so you're on the top of your left toes. We're going to come into warrior three. So we're going to extend our arms in front. We're going to hinge as much as we can. So our torso is parallel to the mat. And stay right here. Or inhale that left leg up and back to warrior three. And then gently place that left leg back and place the pole on your right knee, still bent. Now place the pole near your left foot. So feel your left foot is in back. So it's standing up right near your left toes. We're going to come into reverse warrior. So your hips are turned to the short edge of the mat. We're going to dig into that right knee and inhale your right arm up and back bend into reverse warrior. And then slowly come up. Place that palm down. And then hold on to the pole with both hands. Extend them out to the edge of the pole. Your hips are to the short edge of the mat. And now we're in waiting warrior. Keep a nice bend on that right knee. And place the pole near your right foot. Make sure the handle's down, not the ball. Take a breath. And we're going to walk our hands down the pole as much as we can. And if we can get to our hands to the bottom of the pole. This is humble warrior. And your head near your right knee. And then slowly walk it up. Take a breath. So come up onto your left toes. Extend the pole in front of you. And extend your arms to the edge of each side of the pole and twist to the right. This is twisted warrior. And then turn to the front and then bring your hands together and then flatten that left foot. Stay right where you are. Place the pole near your right foot. Take a breath. Now straighten that right foot. Extend that right arm down the bottom of the pole so you're holding like the handle of the pole. And extend the left arm up to the ceiling. This is triangle. And then place that palm down. Hold on to the pole with your left hand. Place the left palm to the mat. And then pick up the pole and turn to the right. This is twisted triangle. So your right arm is extended up. Your right knee is not bent, it's straight. Now bend the right knee, place the pole down, and come up. And left foot meets the right. And breathe. And inhale your arms up near your ears. Push your hips and your thighs forward and come into a back bend. And then slowly come up. Hinge your hips and come into a forward bend. And then slowly come up. I have to remember the mic is close to me. I don't want to be screaming in the mic. And let's do that again. So extend your arms up to near your ears. Hold it onto the pole. Push your hips forward, your thighs forward. Come into a nice back bend. And then slowly come up. Hinge at your hips and come into a forward bend. Chest to thighs, forehead to knees. Pole to the floor. And then come up. And with the handle pot, put the pole down and hold on to it with both hands. And take a breath. Well, I feel like this is a microphone. The ball is right near my mouth. I could be a singer. Yeah, no, Doreen, stick to yoga. And we're going to do that series on the left. So we're going to step the right foot back. So before you do anything, step the right foot and your hips are going to be to the short edge of the mat. Feel for the short edge. Your left toes are pointing to the short edge of the mat. Feel it. Your left leg is extended back. The right foot is angled in just a little bit, not a lot. Stay right here. Or bend into that left knee. Almost, peeps, almost. It's just the beginning. Hold on to the pole. And inhale your arms up near your ears to warrior one. Breathe in and breathe out. Now turn to the left. Everybody's going to see my backside. I'm sorry. And then extend your arms out to the edge of the pole, the pole to your chest. Keep bending that left knee to warrior two. And then straighten that left knee just a little bit. Come forward so you're on your right toes. And stay right here. This might be your warrior three. Or extend your arms out in front of you. And again, stay here. Or hinge at your hips and bring that right leg up and back to warrior three. And gently step it back and place the pole to your thigh. Now place the handle of the pole to your right foot so you can feel it with your right toes. Bend into that left knee and inhale your left arm up near your ears. Push your hips forward and come into a back bend to reverse warrior. And then slowly come up. And then hold the pole with both hands, shoulder width apart. Square your hips to the short edge of the mat. Extend your arms out in front of you and slide your hands to the edge of the pole to waiting warrior. Now place the handle of the pole near your left foot. Just place it there. And stay right there if you choose to. Or slide your right hand down, left hand down the pole. And then straighten that right knee, left knee, and right arm up to the ceiling. Now place the right palm, Doreen, to the mat. Grab onto the middle of the pole. Turn to the left and inhale that left arm up, holding the pole. Or you can drop the pole at any time. And then place the pole down. Oh, we forgot to do twisted. So come up onto your right toes. And then place the pole on your left knee and stay right here. Or extend your arms out and extend them to the edge of the pole and turn to the left to twisted warrior. I forgot it. And then place the pole down, flatten your foot, and right foot meets the left. Take a breath and a drink. Doing a little dance in here. No, my microphone. For those that can see, it's not pretty. But we have to add some humor here. All right. So now we're going to inhale our arms up near our ears, holding on to the pole. And then push your hips forward, your thighs forward, come into a back bend. and then come up. And then hinge your hips and come into a forward bend. And then slowly come up. Arms near your ears. Hips forward, thighs forward, back bend. And then come up. And then slowly come down to a forward bend. And then place the pole to the floor and place your right knee to the mat and the left. And now you're on all fours. The pole's in front of you. No, we're not going to get rid of it yet. And just breathe. And let's do some cat and cows to release that tension. So angry cat, arch your back up. Inhale. And exhale, drop your belly down to happy cow. And do a couple more at your own pace. Inhaling and exhaling. It should feel good. It shouldn't hurt. If you're in the chair, grab another chair and hold on to the chair. And let's all do one more angry cat and hold it. And one more cow and hold it. And then sit your hips back to your heels. If this is uncomfortable, come on one side or the other. But place your palms on your thighs and just breathe. Everybody doing good? Tracy and Helen, please stop. Next week I'm going to have to separate you. Tom, thank you for setting up the chairs, and Ray. Bill, you're doing good. Everybody's doing good. We're going to do roll call after. I know I take attendance at the beginning, but I'm going to do it at the end. So, as a yoga teacher or a yoga student, you never chuckle at someone, or you never, this is your yoga, everybody does it different. If somebody else's pose doesn't look right, well, you really shouldn't be looking at them. Am I guilty of that, Pauline? Yes. So we were doing the balls, and we were having races, and Pauline fell off the ball so gracefully. It was like a gentle waterfall. She just fell to the floor. She didn't have far to go, but she didn't get hurt or anything. And we all laughed. So when I teach at the Y, I also do the same philosophy. This is your yoga, no judgment. But as I was subbing for my teacher, we did a pose called Thread the Needle, and we're going to do it. And I looked out, and one of my students named Sharon, who, for the life of me, I've been taking yoga for a very long time. I have never seen anyone fall over and thread the needle. So we're going to do it, and I'm going to show you how she fell over. But we laughed, but that's the beauty of this class And even the class at the Y, I teach the same at the Y. And you laugh. You're not laughing at each other. You're laughing with each other. And that makes a difference because we're all taught not to laugh at anybody. But we have fun in this class. Do I miss it? Absolutely. But when you watch it, you're going to feel that fun again. So we're going to come to all fours with that story told. We're going to come to all fours. Back up a little bit. We're going to grab our pole. So we're going to hold on to the handle or the edge of the pole. It doesn't matter if you hold on to the ball. With our left hand. Our right palm is on the mat. And we're going to slide the pole and our left arm under our right so you're resting on one side. So this is thread the needle. So your hips are up in the air. For the life of me, I don't know why the student at the Y, when I looked over, was like this. And it just brought humor to the class. So anyways, this is our thread the needle. And I know she's watching. And you're going to inhale your right arm up to the ceiling. And you're going to circle. And now you're going to reverse. And gently lower that palm down. Withdraw the left. Let go of the pole. And both palms to the floor or the mat. Now slide the pole so you can hold on to the edge. Now you're holding it in your right hand. I won't do that demo again. Once was enough. You're going to slide it under the left arm, and you're going to rest on the left side of your head and your shoulder, and inhale the left arm up, and circle. And then reverse. And then slowly lower that palm down. Withdraw the right. Place the pole down. Sit your hips back to your heels and take a breath. And we're going to leave the pole aside for a couple of minutes. We're going to turn to the short edge of the mat, so you're going to feel it with your hands. And you're going to come into table. So in table, your wrists are always over your shoulder. So feel your shoulder and run your hand down so you can feel your wrist. So if it's forward at an angle, you know it's not straight and you're going to hurt your shoulders. Same thing with your hips. Your hips and knees should be in line. So run your hands down the side of your leg, feel your hip, and run it down to your knee. If you feel an angle, straighten it out. It's very important. So curl your toes, sit your hips back to your heels, and let's come into downward dog. So your hips are high, your heels are high. And then place your heels to the mat. And then bring your body forward into plank. And I always say for the brave souls, place your right toes on the back of your left ankle. And then release that. Hi, Dr. Bradley. I know you're busy. She's still away. And then hips back to your heels. Hips back. And then come into plank again. And now it's left toes on the back of your right ankle. So you're balancing on your right toes. Yeah, you can do it. Come on. And then place the left toes back. Come back to downward dog. And then come to plank. And then slowly lower down. Palms up and rest on one side of your face. And then palms down and come back to table. And take a breath. And we're going to extend our right arm near our ear, extend our left leg back, and stay right here. Or lift the left leg out and back, and out to the side, and to center, and out to the side, and center. And one more time and hold it. And center. Right palm down, left knee down. Take a breath. And then extend the left arm near your ear. Curl the right toes, extend that leg back. And stay right here. Or lift the right leg and extend it out to the side, and then back, and to the side, and back, and one more time and hold, and back, and place that palm down, knee down, and breathe. And we're going to sit our hips back to our heels, palms on our thighs. And we're going to come into child pose. So child pose, your chest can be on your thighs, your forehead to your mat, your arms can be extended forward or to the side of your leg, whatever comfortable for you. And then palms to the mat. Step the right foot forward and the left, and come into a forward bend. And then place your palms to your shins and walk your hands up. Inhale and exhale. And grab your pole. Take a drink. So have the handle on the floor. And remember, don't lean on it too much because it might come apart. So hold it in your right hand, left palm forward, and just relax for a second. And then we're going to bring the pole to both hands, shoulder width apart like we've been doing, and extend the left leg out and the right more than hip distance apart. Your toes are pointing out, not so far out that they hurt, but pointing out to the corner of the mat. So if you want to feel the corner of the mat and then feel your toes that are in line. And just breathe. And then inhale your arms up and over to the right, placing that pole to the mat. And then come up and over to the left, placing that pole to the floor or mat. And then come up. Bend your knees a little bit and come into a back bend. And then come up. And then hinge your hips and come into a wide-legged forward bend. Now place the pole on the mat. Place your palms on the mat. Now turn your feet so your outer feet are to the short edge of the mat. Try to extend your legs out a little more. Bend your elbows out. And come forward and have your head or your forehead, top of your head or your forehead to the mat. And come up. Wide-legged push-ups. And then come down. And come up. You should feel a huge stretch in your inner thighs. And then one more and hold it. Just to feel the pain. No. If it hurts, just bend your knees. Or don't do it. And then come up and walk your hands over to the right, both hands. And then bend your forearms to the mat. Bending that right knee just slightly. And then come up, come to center. Walk your hands over to the left foot. Hinge at your hips, forearms to the mat, and bend that left knee a little bit. And then come up, walk your hands to center. Take a breath. And then heel toe your feet together just a little bit. Now your toes are pointing out again. And then slowly come up to standing. And then squat down. Bring your palms to your heart center. And squat down. So see if you can get your elbows into your knees. And then lift the right foot, right heel. Can't lift the right foot, you'd be levitating. And then lower. And lift the left. And lower. What am I going to say, peeps? Both. And lower. Now move the pole away from you. Palms to the mat. Extend your legs out a little more. Now your outer feet are facing the short edge of the mat. So feel the short edge, feel your feet. We're going to come into wide-legged downward dog. So we're going to walk our hands forward just a little bit. Stay right here. Or walk them out a little more. Now push your hips back as much as you're comfortable. and your forehead, excuse me, and your arms are your head's between your arms. And then walk it up a little more. And then walk it out a little more, just a little. Come up onto your toes and come into wide-legged plank. I'm sure we've never done this in class. Well, you're not here to complain, so I can do it. And then come back. And then push your body forward. Isn't this fun? And then come back. And then one more time, and we're going to hold it. No clock today, no bicycle, so. And then come back. And slowly walk it back. And stay right there where your feet and hands are. Turn to the right and inhale the right arm up to the ceiling. This is called straddle twist. And then lower that right palm to the mat. Turn to the left and inhale the left arm up.